Hey, how's everybody doing? All right, almost 4:30 in Chicago. Uh, so we got the futures trying to fight back here. Towards the end of Powell's speech, they brought him back in here pretty good with the futures. All right, so we'll take a quick look here. We're gonna do something today a little different here. All right, so SPY says that you got red on the day and you got red on the 4 hour trying to get back. All right. So, what is the one thing that we've been having all along is that we've had this full time frame continuity to the upside. Okay. So, today we actually had a 3 days now that have finished out red. All right, so a little bit lower here, but tried to fight back. Anywho, this is where we finish out. So we still have a very strong quarter. For some reason, I have the quarter up there. So strong on the quarter, and the month trying to maybe crack a little bit, coming back in, but we'll see. There still very strong on the monthly, but you got the week inside red and you got the day finishes here with the 3-2 inside stuck in the middle with the red. All right, so kind of losing a little bit of our full time frame continuity to the upside. So the SPY should get back up and keep things going, but that's to be seen. 637 already, and I think the reason why the SPY is moving up now is because of Microsoft. All right, Microsoft and Meta. All right, so those two reported today. So right back up into the game here. It looks like now we got to get through 637. We're there right now, 637.70. All right, so if something doesn't change that, SPY looking like you're going to be taking that day right back up, and that should trigger your week. You're going to need to trigger at 638.67. So you're going to need a little bit more than that to get that week to turn green. All right, so. And the power of the full time frame continuity is something that I call that a kind of like the super highway. All right, so when you get all of your and I'm talking major time frames here. I just showed you that quarter. That's a pretty major time frame. A monthly carries a lot of weight. It's a major time frame. All right, so still holding up. Now the week slipped in here today. And we got 2 days to go, and it looks like I said we're already taking back up. All right, so but you're gonna have to get through 638 and change to get that week to change. All right, so you might take day up, but that's not gonna quite get after this week. So the week will still inside. And if you're looking on over here on my oscillator on the weekly, starting to crump down a little bit. Now we have been hovering above here for so long now. All right, so looking for to see if we can start to get this oscillator to maybe come back down. Obviously we're going to get a bump here again this morning, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But there is your SPY today coming right back up. All right, Qs I gotta say are going the same way here now. Triple Qs. What do we got? Triple Qs right back up to 573. Not messing around. All right, that's taking it. That's gonna take everything and go back to new highs. All right, so Qs continuation to the upside. It's just that they're not going to stop, guys. They're not going to stop. I mean, there's going to be a time, but it ain't the time yet. All right, so Qs, there you go, taking that back up. Diamonds, maybe a little bit of a different story. So we got red on the day here. We finished the 4 hour with an outsider and bearish. Okay, you got a shooter starting to form here on the monthly. All right, and you got the 2-2 on the week here. All right, with 2 days to go. I really wish this diamonds would just triangle out and then try to get maybe back down to that 435 area and see if that can reverse things. But again, I think it's rate cut city, and I've been talking about that for a while. All right, so 440, 476. We're slightly higher here, coming back up on 445. All right, and that's going to be because of the help that they're getting from some earnings here. So I'm going to go through the three here that popped up. Microsoft just ripping. All right, just ripping. She closed at 513.24, trading at $555. What's to say? One thing that I want to say, all right, this is going to be full time frame continuity tomorrow, okay? But the one thing that we don't have anymore is we don't have any magnitudes to go after. Okay? This is all new territory to us, all right? So when I said sometimes I might say to you exhaustion risk, things like that. Now, when I say that, I think, maybe intraday when we're just trading on 60s and 30s. And I don't know what you guys are doing, but what we look for is we're going to look for that. We're going to be looking for that full time frame continuity. But the problem going to be here is that there are no magnitudes to take out anymore, which means that is the true meaning of exhaustion risk, which means that it's just been pushed so much that there's no way for us to gauge it anymore. All right, so full time frame of continuity, you're going to see it tomorrow morning. This thing's going to be up in here 555, somewhere in this neighborhood. All right, so another gapper upper here and get. All right, so as we continue to make those moves, we look for those big hammers that go up, or anything that spikes up and comes back down sharp, and then you wait to see what the next time frame is going to do. We do have a new month coming, all right? So we'll see what happens as we come into the new month. I just want to make you aware. Full time frame continuity is great, all right? Yes, the stock can keep moving forward, but with the risk that we're going to have is there going to be exhaustion. I just want to make that point about that. Okay, at least when you're chasing a magnitude, there's something you can go after. At this point now, the only way we can start to gauge it is if it comes back into the triangle, and that's what we'll be looking for. All right, so Microsoft is on the move here now. Qualcomm, it was a miss. All right, Qualcomm was kind of a miss, coming back down here now. All right, it's actually trying to fight back a little bit. Did get down as low as 148.50. All right, so Qualcomm's already got its troubles. It's down on the week. All right, it finished the day red. You're 2-2 down on the 4 hour. All right, so this was in the making, let's say. Okay. So trading back into 150.29, more than likely we're gonna be gapping down here somewhere. Unless it rallies back up, we're gonna be coming down all the way back down to 150 and change down here. So that's gonna be a gapper down. We had heavy volume coming down on that Qualcomm too, so a lot of guys gonna be trapped down there. So we'll see. All right, we'll see. I'm actually going to keep an eye on Qualcomm in the morning, right? This was pretty heavy volume coming down. All right, so 2-1 back inside. What do we have? We have magnitudes. Okay, we have things that we can find, and we can go down and gauge where it's going. All right, so like this one, it looks like it's going to try to take out the entire month tomorrow. Okay, which is 150.85. So we're going to be very, very close. We're going to triangle that whole month out. All right, and then we wait and see. Again, it's that whole thing. My rule is 3 days, okay? All right, so Qualcomm, lower this morning. Meta, another one that's just gone, man, gone solid. $775. We were up the high, and this is an all-time high again, which means we're at exhaustion risk now because we don't have any magnitudes to gauge on. All right. So they're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until something changes. Okay. So 695. Let's see here. So finishes it's been stuck inside month. So this is going to be continuation to the month with the new month coming on Friday. So understand that too. What I would like to see is if this thing even spiked up even a little bit higher here and then come back inside with the new month. But I don't see anything breaking here anytime soon. Okay, there's tariff troubles. There's so much, and they got to take some air out of this bubble. I mean, it's just crazy. All right, so that's where we're going to be, though. So I want to make you aware. If you're holding their Meta up there at 700, $800, know that you should be protecting. Okay, you should be protecting heavily because at any time something could occur. Now, again, here we go, right? 775.96. So higher, baby. All right. So that's the three that we got. Now, tomorrow we got Amazon and Apple, and Apple's been acting like crap. All right. And Amazon hasn't been that good either. So we'll wait and see what those guys bring tomorrow. And that's going to be tomorrow after the close as well. All right. So we'll see what happens. 777, man. You can't get any luckier than that on this Meta. Jesus. All right. So, and then I want to just go through a couple of names where I want to show you the example of full time frame continuity and what it can do. All right, 2-1 inside. Crude has been moving, okay? And crude has been fighting back big time, all right? We are back up to, now I watched the UCO. Some people just watch this one on the CL. This is the actual light sweet crude. That's inside month, okay? And you got full time frame continuity except for a 30-minute bar that's coming inside, all right? So that is your actual crude. I trade the UCO. It's the ETF. All right, it's just a little bit easier to trade. It's $26. Full time frame continuity. All right, so and we have a target. Okay, so 28.41. That's the target right now. I'm long crude. I'm long from lower prices. Okay, and this thing's been moving nice, but you know what? This one thing this thing cannot do is it can't seem to get up there and take that month out. Now, if we get a new month, we're going to come in here. Sneaky Pete's going to get in here somewhere, okay? And then you're going to get that, more than likely you're going to be seeing a 1-1 coming in. So this is where I would be starting to protect up here, okay? See if it wants to, if it can't get up to 28.54, and then the new month comes in, we just wait and see how the new month's going to start acting, okay? But this is an example of full time frame continuity. That means that on every single time frame, buyers are participating in every major time frame. Okay, that is what's important. When we get this full-time continuity, stocks can potentially move a lot quicker. Rob taught this. Okay, and this is one of the things that he used to talk about a lot. And I'll start talking about broadening formations more. All right, but full time frame continuity. This is it right here. You got it. You got buyers in every time frame. Okay, that's UCO. I'll go a little bit quicker. I like this Google. I'm in this Google. I think it's going to 203.78, whatever the hell that number is, 203.71. That's what I'm chasing right now. All right, so I got an actionable signal inside. Finished the day with strong. This is an overnight now. This is overnight business that got started here. But so we pretty much got full time frame continuity going on with Google right now, except for a 1, which is an actionable signal inside, and I'm going to be looking for that 212 tomorrow to start getting up through 198 and 199, and then see if we can get up to 203. Okay, I think Google's going to be able to do that. Time is something we can't have no control over at all. All right. But we'll look for this tomorrow to get back into full time frame continuity and get some continuation to the upside. All right. Google had good earnings. All right. And now it's got more good earnings surrounded by them. Everybody should be, I think it should be copacetic. What's it trading at right now? It's trading a little lower right now, 196. But you're just going to be inside this 4 hour inside. So we'll see. All right. So Google. If you're, I'm in at a lower price, so I have stops in, and this is what, you guys are going to be doing if you're not doing it or whatever you're doing. I just want to know that this is where you want to be, okay? All right, couple of quick ones here. GEV, I mean, look at full time frame continuity. Everybody's working together. You got a 2-1 on the 4 hour. You should be looking for a 2-1-2 back up. Again, same issue here. Now, maybe you can chase a quarter here. 656. So there is a little bit of room there. Okay. Because we're we're 662 this morning, 663 right now on the overnight, so we're going to take that out. This is this could be tomorrow, we'll see, but as right now, we're going to be taking out all-time high on the quarter. All right, so there's full time frame continuity to the upside, and now once you don't have any magnitudes anymore, you're in a position now where you have to really kind of protect, and that's just the way it goes, all right? So full time frame, FTFC is what we call it. Transdigm TDG. This is a kind of a $1,600 stock. I don't trade $1,600 stocks, and I don't expect anybody else to either. But 14.14 today it was up 14 bucks and change, up 0.88%. So buyers everywhere, all right? We got an insider right now that comes in on the overnight, but we got everything moving, and we got no magnitudes to rely on anymore, nothing to hunt for. All right, so when there's nothing to hunt for, then you gotta be careful. All right, so NVIDIA, NVIDIA, another nice day. Now it's getting a boost because of Microsoft. Microsoft is boosting everybody up here with Meta. All right, so this move upside here on NVIDIA is to be watched carefully because it's just running with sympathy for the devil with Microsoft. Okay, 180 now. I think NVIDIA goes but $200 here, but maybe it's got to triangle out before that happens. All right, when I say triangle out, that means that when a stock moves up exponentially and then it moves back down, it comes back it starts to come back into here. If the stock came back down to here, that would be triangling back out to 164. We look for reversals all right, that's what we look for. Continuation to the upside right now on NVIDIA, and just continues to go. There's nothing to chase it. There's no magnitudes for us. GE itself just been running like crazy. All right, 273.80. Got a little room there unless you took it there. 273 right now. All right, buyers in all time frames. Okay, GE again. You got no magnitudes. JP Morgan going to $300. I can't even believe it here. JP Morgan. $300 now, or really close. 299.63, coming back in a little bit. All right, full time frame continuity and no magnitudes to look after. All right, so I just want to make that point. I want to talk more about full time frame, and I want to talk more about broadening formations. I'd like to do something like a webinar or something where I could get everyone together. And get everybody on the same page and talk about all these different things that we talk about with the strat. Okay, so and I think we can communicate either through I think through mail or through messaging, through the YouTube. But I'd like to be able to do something like a webinar where we can talk about. And I'm gonna do a show. On for probably on. I don't think it's going to be Friday. It might be Monday evening. And then I'm going to talk about all the months and how the months are transpiring. And we're only 1 month into the new quarter. Okay, so where is the time going? I do not know. All right, so I'll keep you abreast of that when I'm talking on here. I've been on for 20 minutes right now, so I probably should be getting off of here. All right, so that's what I'm gonna say. I got some numbers for. I'll have some numbers for you tomorrow morning on SPY, on Qs, and on diamonds, and we'll see where we're at. Continuation here. Everybody's bumping right back up. Diamonds are still sucking. All right, so I'll leave it there. And everybody just have a wonderful evening. And be good. Be good. All right? That's it. That's all I ask. All right? Freaking world's crazy enough right now. All right? So let's just try to keep things normal. All right? So be good. Be good. All right?